Welcome back to the program. Lou and Jackie here, and we love focusing on great things that are happening in the Des Moines area, especially when it involves the schools.
Absolutely. So let's talk this morning about the DMPS Foundation Board, and we're very excited to introduce to you today Sue Renfro and also Ben Hunnen. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this. Why is this so important?
Well, the Des Moines Public Schools Foundation originated about in 2009, and their focus has been on getting more music, arts, and science in the schools.
Love hearing that.
We hear all the time about different cuts to, the music program gets cut and the arts get cut and those kind of things. And we really feel like those are the kind of programs that sometimes will really keep kids in school. So we really are devoting our time and our efforts and our resources to help more kids be involved in art and music in the schools.
And how are we making this happen? Because the reality of the situation, that was my childhood growing up.
That's right.
The arts programs.
Mine too.
Yours
Mine too, yes.
First programs that were cut, if they needed to save money, was the arts program. So what are we doing now to change that outlook? We
try to get more kids involved in music by supporting them if they want to do an instrument and band, if they want to do some some kind of an art program. And a lot of the Des Moines Public Schools has almost 75% free and reduced lunch data. So we know that a lot of the students don't have the resources to participate in a lot of these programs that other kids do. And we really feel like music and art should be for everyone. It should not just be for the few that can afford it or have the resources to do it. So we are raising money and getting our mission out there so that people know we are trying to support a lot of these programs in the schools. And Ben is here today, and he's going to talk a little bit about some of the cool things that are happening right now. But we really hope that we can get the community's support in keeping the foundation really strong so that we can keep these music programs. And I think all of us know that as you get older, you can sometimes fall back on your music background and get involved in things that kind of take away maybe the daily stress. And I really feel like those are the things that can help our students now.
Well, it's been proven that arts programs isn't just for people that want to become a musician.
That's right.
Or something like that. It helps in so many different efforts. And we understand there was a gala that kind of featured some local talent as well. Can you kind of give us an overview and what that looked like?
Well, just recently we had the Coming Home 2 event that was hosted by the Des Moines Public Schools Foundation that featured a number of local artists that were former DMPS students. There was some singing, we had some spoken word poetry, and just a really fun evening.
Okay, so how are we going forward with this idea of keeping arts in the school systems? What can we look forward to now in the future?
Well, Des Moines Public Schools is really supportive of the arts, and that's fantastic. And one of the things that we've been engaged in over the last couple of years is a program called Turnaround Arts, which started with the President's Committee on the Arts and Humanities, and features a lot of celebrity artists partnering with schools to bring visibility to the great arts programming happening during the day and after school, but also in the classrooms. So there's a big push to incorporate and integrate the arts into core curriculum instruction. And we're very proud and happy to say that we have 6 Turnaround Arts schools here in Des Moines, and one of which was actually part of the pilot program 7 years ago.
Wow. Yeah, Suzanne, you mentioned that music and arts are the reason it gives kids a purpose for school. Besides just the addition, subtraction, and English, this gives them a purpose and a reason to want to go to school.
That's right, right. And we've, like Tony Danza, I know he has always said, those are the programs that are getting cut, and those are the programs that kept him in school. So, we're really, really trying to make sure, like I said before, that we can provide resources if a child needs an instrument and they can't pay for it. If they want to, again, take an art class, we can help them with that. And we are trying to we do work with Ben and the teachers in the public schools on what do you see as a need, and what is missing in your school, and what can we do to step in and help you.
Now, I love hearing that turnover that's already happening in our school system, so thank you for that, and that progress is being made. But let's say I'm a parent listening right now, and I would would love for my child to play an instrument. Do they reach out to the board? Do they reach out to their local school principal? How does that work, or how can we donate to make sure that this continues to be successful?
I would say to reach out to your local principal.
Okay.
And yep, and then they will get with us, and then we have just a kind of a simple application process.
Okay.
And we are doing a little bit more, where we plan to do more on looking at, just like what we were talking about. Can we look at something on what a difference this makes for kids? And we all know it does, and we just want to have a little bit more solid evidence that it's really helping. And I really do think that I think we'll get that. I just think,
and I think the
kids get excited.
Important thing to keep in mind is you don't have to be super talented at any of these projects. I know Jackie, very talented in the arts world.
Yes.
I'm sure you were involved in theater growing up, which is absolutely amazing. But even people that were not good at music, we still stayed in music because it was fun, and you were proud of the accomplishments that you made.
That's right.
And for self-esteem, there's nothing like it.
Exactly.
And to be able to walk around with your instrument, be it a saxophone or a clarinet, whatever it happened to be, that was yours, and you owned it. And this gives you just a little sense of purpose, like we mentioned
Definitely.
earlier.
And we also think that it's great for the parents of the kids too, because then the parents can see that their child's involved in this. They can come to a concert, they can go to a program that Ben's doing with the arts and that kind of thing. And I think for the parents, even when they can't get out there and afford to get their kids in all these things that you see in the community, those are out of reach for so many kids.
It's wonderful to hear what the Des Moines Public School Foundation Board is doing right now, a focus that's part of that. So parents, reach out to your principal in your local school, and please understand that we want to continue to fund the arts in our school systems. Thank you both.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.